Next, some news that would interest you if you invest in T-bills. Following significant progress with the domestic debt exchange program, government's T-bills by sale was oversubscribed significantly by 60.6%. In what looks to be a rebound in investor confidence, Patrick Edem-Agama is head of trading at Republic Securities. He joins us on phone. And Patrick, looks like last Friday ended pretty well for the sale of T-bills.
Hello.
Hi, Patrick. So I was just making a point about how the auction ended last Friday. 60.6% oversubscription.
Yes, on the money market, yes, we saw that oversubscription. This was largely due to the lower target. If you look at the relative figures, you see that it's because of the lower target and then also the excess liquidity that's in the system. Based on the excess liquidity, we were expecting even more because of the cocoa bills that were paid and also the coupon payments that hit the market against lack of other instruments or other competing instruments to take those liquidity. We saw the 91-day closing significantly higher at 35.71, but we saw a drop in the 182-day that closed slightly lower at 35.76. The 365-day bill also closed higher at 35.81. And again, the 91-day dominated the total bid. That was about 68.5% against 24.8 and 6.8% for the 182-day and the 364-day bill.
All right. I don't know what you're reading into this. Is it indication investors trust the assurances from the government not to touch T-bills as part of debt restructuring? So it looks like the doubts are now over.
No, not completely over. There's some level of confidence, but, you know, comparing what happened last week, the excess liquidity, the amount of money that hit the market, in fact, this should have been more. So if the confidence is really up, we should expect government to be able to raise even more than 2.5 billion easily. But the target for last week was about 1.278 billion Ghana cedis, compared to 2.4 billion that was raised the previous week. So we still expect more confidence to be able to get government more money. But considering where things are going now, we expect government to do more to increase the confidence in the market.
Anything else happening on the money market we should be updated on?
Well, for this week, government is targeting 1.2 billion on the 91-day, 182-day, 365-day bill. Depending on how the debt exchange closes and depending on what happens to the market afterwards, it's going to affect what happens in this particular issue. So we are keenly waiting on what happens tomorrow and the day after to see if government is going to meet their targets and then if individuals will be affected or not and all that. So what will happen this week will affect what happens at the end of the week.
All right. I just wanted to quickly touch on the stock market before you go. So we are getting indication Benzo Oil Palm Plantation will be leading or is expected to lead gainers this week. What's the market looking like?
Well, yes, Benzo Oil Palm has been showing some trends of upward rise. What is happening is that there's interest mounting every time, and due to the limited supply on the market, we expect the price to go up further. Other stocks like Gold, GCB, Cal, Unilever, and Palm Milk saw some decline last week, and I expected to even decline further this week. We saw some decline for New Gold ETF as well, losing about 3.55 Ghana cedis last week. Although investors perceive gold as a safe haven, this particular decline happened last week. So let's see how that will happen again this week. Total has also been seeing some traction. As of today, Total saw some rise in price. So we hope the market will close with that rise.
Okay.
Let's see how it happens to close the week.
Patrick Edem-Agama, head of trading at Republic Securities. I appreciate your time with us.